So we won't see you, or I wouldn't be able to go onto your computer and find any downloaded music from your favorite artists.
Oh no, I'm not talking. That's two different things.
Two different things. Oh,
I'm okay with you going to download music for free, because I come from a generation of internet musicians where I truly believe that music should be given away to people who like your stuff as a thank you note. And charging of the music only comes from the business interest. Artists never get paid, even though you may be selling 5 million records. I sold 6 million records and my check was $200. This was 12 years ago. That's when I realized, okay, so no matter how many records you sell, artists hardly get paid. So it's in the artist's best interest to give the music for free to the listeners.
Wow.
Because you're growing it. Plus, I'm only going to download your song if I love your song, right? So, to me, you're very valuable. If you love my work, thank you.
Right.
So, song should be the least I can do. Because remember the days, and I'm just thinking to myself, remember the days when you had hundreds of songs and nobody was listening to them?
Yes.
And you wanted just, please listen to my, please
listen to my demo.
Listen to my demo, right?
Yeah.
And they would not listen to your demo.
That's right.
So now you got the audacity to charge them for some. You see how you can connect it like that?
Yeah.
So two different things. Downloads to me is okay. Please go and download whatever you want.
So it sounds like your position is that it's not so much that copyright. You're against people, I guess, downloading, your work to listen to it for their own enjoyment, or it's the record labels or the big record companies that are suing people for doing those downloads.
That's again another thing.
That's a whole.
The business interest is going to go after you if they think they're losing money, right?
Right.
But my copyright activity comes from the fact that, let's say you're making a film.
Yes.
And you're the producer of the film, and you came to Mahmood and Mahmood played you a song.
Yes.
Now you're going to take that song, put it in the film with a different name. That's what I'm talking about.
That's straight highway robbery there.
That's what I'm talking about. So when you talk about downloads, that's just
okay, I
stuff.
see. Yeah.
Major stuff, when they remove your name from the recording and put another name on it.
And that person gets that royalty check and whatnot.
But it's your work.
Right.
That's being stolen for others. That's what I mean by. So that's like fundamentals of it.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Come on. And they do that all the time over in the region where I'm coming from. They have a lip sync thing where somebody else sings the song, and there's some actors lip syncing it, and everybody, the whole crowd thinks that it's the actor singing it, but actually it's some other singer who, poor guy, worked for 50 years to develop his voice.
So Milli Vanilli-itis is rampant over there in Pakistan.
Is the world of the Millies.
Right.
If Milli Vanilli had gone to my region,
they'd just be phenomenal stars.
They'd be the greatest. They'd be like Michael Jackson.
Right. That's interesting.
So that's very scary, because the system gets manipulated so much that the real stuff gets lost.
Right.
And the real writers lose hope and they stop writing, and that's what happened over the last 50 years. I could be the only one of the very few. I do my research and stuff, I don't know many internationally recognized singer-songwriters from my part of the world. And you're talking almost 2 billion people.
Interesting observation.
1,000 films are being made in that region a year. And not a single singer-songwriter who can pick up his guitar and go to Madison Square Garden and sell it out. Or come to the Sydney Opera House and sell it out. Not a single one for those 2 billion people. So something must have gone wrong somewhere, I'm thinking.
Woo! I guess that's one we can't answer on this program today. But man, you bring some very interesting perspective to the music industry, and I suppose that, you know, moving forward, we'd love to see just what's on the horizons for you. I mean, what should we see next from, you know, the 50 million views and this awesome talent you have?
Well, just look at where he's come from in the last 3 years. He's had a #1 single in this country. The Pakistani cricket team came over and embraced him, and you know, he sang the national anthem when Pakistan played Australia in cricket. He's got 50 million views on YouTube, you know, for his work, which is incredible. And you got to know, you know, he's up there with Gaga, he's up there with Eminem. You know, in terms of, you know, Australian singer-songwriters, there's no one else in this country who has got that amount of views on YouTube. So he's done tremendously well, and it's a great platform to move forward.
I also understand you guys, you know, just as while we're here, we're celebrating Mahmood's 50 million views, and I understand that you're also heavily involved in the internet as a genre to promote your music. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Mahmood not long ago about how it's changed in the music industry. You know, before, you know, you had actors who were triple threats. You know, they could act, sing, dance, that sort of thing. You know, but now, you know, with this digital era, for a musician or a composer to survive, you really need to know things about, you know, you need to know about social media. You need to know how that, you know, all ties in, how you connect with your fans. You know, you need to know about digital medias in, you know, things like video and YouTube and posting up videos and things like that, making assets, you know, that you can then put out there and promote yourself with. You know, you got things like SoundCloud, Facebook, of course, Twitter, and, you know, connect with all those people, you know, literally use it like a web and get everyone connected. Right, so it's really interesting to see that come, you know, to the forefront, even more so for musicians nowadays. I mean, 50 million views, you know, that speaks for itself. You know?
Not hits, not clicks.
That's it, views.
Hey, well, you know, I tell you what, it's been great, and I've loved spending the time today with both yourself, Mahmood, Lewis, and the rest of the crew here, and I think we need to wrap it up so y'all can get in there and do what you really, you know, came here for, and that's the jam.
That's it, man.
It's been great, Mike.
Thanks, Mark. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.